Hello, welcome to Word from Your Mother. This is a general reading. If you hear me saying Donna, it's my word for the collective. I just figured it was friendlier. Like I'm Donna, you're Donna. Everybody who resonates with this is, you can think of yourself as Donna, unless you're dude, and then you can get the hell out. I'll let you know when we want you. Anyway, remember, this is just a story. This is going to be a Celtic cross. We will be clarifying with the two old dudes and the new sidekick, the newish sidekick. I'm still trying to work it out. They shuffle terribly. I have to separate them, shuffle them separately, and then I throw them together. Okay, so this is what we got today. I guess that's it. Yes. Okay. Nine of Cups. You've come a long way. And rest. You deserve a break. I've been seeing vacation show up all week long as well as quite a bit of Four of Swords too. But you've come a long way and you deserve a break. You deserve a reward, perhaps. So lighten up. And then we got V, victory in some endeavor. And nest, an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. So it's not just you. You've come a long way, lighten up. It's because of you that all them little eggs are safe. And you can be proud of yourself for that. Victory in some endeavor. To survive, to thrive, to succeed against all odds. Now I'm hearing Phil Collins. That V. Do you know anybody named V? What exactly is that? It's just a ribbon. V for victory. But it looks like it's alive. Because every time I see it, and I know they had to do it on purpose, I also think vine. And isn't that some biblical attachment? What am I trying to... It led me there. The vine. I guess it could also be alcohol, but I never think that. So you're due for a rest. You've done a good job. You've come a long way and you've been successful. Birth and rebirth. Maybe you're getting ready to start something new. Waiting on the messages, waiting to see if your loan cleared. Waiting to see. The good news. Enjoy, and the good news is coming. The good news comes. So you're having a good day. I am more than happy to report for you. Now, Donna Jean, if the whole wide world was to take a Gallup poll, every single solitary soul in it would all unanimously agree that for today, for just this moment, that's all they'll commit to. For just this moment, every one of them knows that this is the energy you reside in. But the Magician, see, you're making things happen. However, and these are your private thoughts on the matter. Oh, you are overwhelmed and you would rather escape all this stuff. You don't want to be doing it. What else is doing it? I ain't even going to tell you. Yeah, I ain't going to tell you. It didn't make no sense to me anyway. You're overwhelmed. You could have an offer of help from a loved one, which was the Knight of Cups is what was on the bottom that I didn't want to tell you, because you need a rest, and it would be him taking over. Because you want to get away from it, move on from problems and be mindful what you take. Transition, exit, moving beyond, a problem solving, a journey, a deeper thinking and research. Because you're stuck, you're at a stalemate, you feel unwanted proposals, unaccepted offers, lack of empathy. So you might be successful in one thing, but you might be less than enthused about prospects of another thing, and would rather not. It's complicated. It's like you, one necessitates the other. You can't shut the door on the other without shutting the door on the first one, right? Because they're the same thing. I don't understand it. But if anybody can do it, you can do it. You can make your imagination real. But you'd, truthfully, honestly, you'd rather not. But you're doing all right. Are you not wanting to take a rest? You don't want to stop? I can understand that too. Not really. But yeah. Anyway, this is on your mind. Look at me, look at me, look at me. Here's your victory. Here's your victory. You want to rest on oh, yeah, you could, but really you'd rather not, because you've reached you're where you want to be. You want to rest on your laurels right now. You don't want to do anything. You just want to lay back and be like the barn cat. Hmm. Head like a house cat. Okay. And a box of rain. This puts a different spin on everything. This is a touch of depression, touch of sadness. Let's go back and recap. Well, let's go ahead and see this. Oh, touch of hurt. From the King of Pentacles. Touch of sadness, a box of rain. Bittersweet. You don't want to, but you can't cancel one without messing up the other. Sadness. Where is my victory? Waiting for that word. A new beginning, birth and rebirth. What's it say? Birth and rebirth. Is that what it says? Well, isn't that the most cleverest way to avoid saying death? Victory. You've come a long way, and you deserve a break. All right. Oh, see, I used the cheap bandana, and it wrecks just as much as it protects. I need to wash all of them. I pulled like 3 out there. That's all that's in that bag over there is the table coverings. And they're still folded up. There's hair on them. What can I do? I do the best I can. Fuck it. Okay. You deserve a break. You've come a long way. Sadness. Not the victory that you wanted. Not what you wanted. A victory, but not the one you wanted. Not what you wanted. To settle. It hurt you. A place to stand. A place to fall. Something there. Okay. Page of Cups. Struggling. You could be looking for an apology. Unity. Unity. Well, that's 2 into 1, and if you're looking for an apology, we know who it's from. And it's about unity. Why would you do me like that? How could you do me like that? The Shaman, there's the Magician again, and the 3 of Wands, but you try to keep your head up and you're looking toward your future. You don't try to dwell in the past. There's never been no closure. Won't be none now. Try to look ahead. The Artist. You had big dreams. Always lucky, always found a way to get what you wanted. And you have the stability. You have the stability. But not the happiness, not the closure. Look what it did. Look what Wildflower, Ace of Cups. Love your wildflower. You know, we just had that card. And I remember who it was with. And I won't tell you who, but I will say, look, you still love him. You still hold faith that he's good. That somewhere there's something. You still see something beautiful in him. It was just the other day. I wouldn't have brought it up except that it's connected to your great big heart. Cats, dogs, doesn't matter. It's all the same big story. Empress, there you are, taking care of everybody. Ooh, overwhelmed and you want to get away. You'd rather not. Not the victory you had hoped for. Not the victory. Let it grow on its own. Wildflower. This is your strength. You are the Queen of Swords, my dear. You are, you are. And spring, again, I don't understand that because spring's right now. Or it's the growth. Or it's like what I just saw was Mother Nature, even though you're the Queen of Swords. Clarity. Spring. Spring is clear. Spring is this like the seeds we planted. New ideas, new growth, new convictions. So it's a new day in the old town. You're going to do something. You feel better. A sense of regrowth. Birth and regrowth. Birth and rebirth. Pruning. Sad. I might have cut a little too much off the top. Oh, because you said yes. Sad because you never said yes to begin with. Sad. Because you don't want to do it. Sad you said yes because you don't want to do it. There's a conversation. Or bam, 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 bam. A lot of things happen now. Because you're obligated. You've been called. Listen here, Donna Jean. Quit sulking. Quit sulking. Try to show some gratitude. And here we have the Knight of Cups. They love you, and they're going to tell you how much they love you. They're going to be grateful forever. They need help. Thank you. Thank you so much for helping me. You're kind of mad about it. Okay. And here we have one old dude. My first old dude. My old rider. Show me the nine. Ooh. All right. Here we are. You've come a long way, but you're pretty wary. You're not quick to trust. You're like, because you got a couple times. That'll make you hyper vigilant. So that's where we are with you. You are hyper vigilant because, it was this card, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. You've been hornswoggled. You've been got before by this person, and it hurt you bad, and they've come back at you with another need. Oh, I love you so much. I need your help, please. Signing the loan. Will you take me back? Since you're not dead yet. No, you should be going. I run off and left you. I left you for dead. Oh my God. Oh my God. Unity. How could you do me like that? How can you do me like that? Oh, why can't you see that? You see, that's not happy. That's not happy. This is not what I signed. It's not the victory you signed up for. That is not happy. I was better off on my own. I was better off on my own. But you try not to dwell in the past. You try to look to the future. You're still your magician self. You've been pretty lucky. You can find a way. You're pretty clever. Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to take that opportunity. Hard at work. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve something. Is it the vacation? You deserve it. You've been hard at work. You tired of this rat race? The game of life. So you can't wait to go on vacation because this unhappy but stable relationship is cramping my creativity, my Empress self. You also had another Empress out here. That's a baby Empress, and the Queen of Swords, which you also have out here twice. Are you going on vacation to think about what you're going to do with dude? Because here's the King of Pentacles. Here's the King of Pentacles. Remember, and he came onto the picture with the Ten of Swords in your back. You going on vacation? You getting away from him? I don't know if you're going on vacation or not. You're thinking of a creative way to end it. This has got Stephen King all over it. Okay. Because you got a great big heart and you love a wildflower. Connection to a wildflower. A hermit. You'll be on your own. First one and then the other. You did this to yourself. You have got to undo the damage. And you need to be alone to get that job done. And right now you're confused. Sad, confused. Not playing the game. You've come a long, long way. And you came. The only reason... You've come a long way. But you have slowed your own path down. I mean, you've come a long way, but for half of that, you weren't living and thriving. You were enduring. Okay, you're idling. You're in park. You need to get up, get going. Especially away from this. This is pretty toxic. And you're finally taking the moves. You're trying to escape. You're trying to move on to calmer waters. And be the Empress that you are. You don't have to hide it anymore. You can be the Empress that you are. With your great big heart, which leads me back to the wildflower. The connection you can't break. And strength. Which is Leo. You saw me lay it out. You figured out. Look, both of them. Both of them. All right. And then we'll be finishing up with my other old dude, my other old rider. This one came in a box like they used to keep magazines in. And if you're 112 like I am, think back to your library in school and those boxes that were like wrapped up in huge pieces of vinyl adhesive. They were folded together and sticky taped on there. And, well, it's like it came out of a library, right? I found it. Our family found it in Goodwill, right? But it's old as shit. Old as shit. It doesn't shuffle so well either, but I'm kind to it because it's old as shit. Okay. Queen of Swords. Clarity. Life returns to you. Clarity in life. That is life to you. You're an air sign. Thinking is life. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so you've got your head and your heart together. Well, I know that the Queen of Cups would be more heart, but that's more hysteria. This is Mother Nature caretaker. Okay, so that's what I mean by you're well balanced. You are well balanced. King of Swords there, and I mean you're balanced on all sides because there's your yin and your yang. Okay, and it's you're like I said what I said. So you finally take a stand. You're finally making a move, and it will happen quickly. And then we have sad. I didn't want to do this from the start. Sad you ever got involved in it. Sad, sad, sad. Regrets. Why did I ever say yes? Oh, I'm so glad this is fucking over. Look at me, look at me, look at me. My victory. Back to the things I want to do. Because, see, you did a lot of stuff. You are successful and popular in the wisdom of your experience and everything. Somebody asked you for help that you got burnt by before. And you're exactly the right person. You know how to fix the problem, whatever it is, but you don't want to help them because they burnt you before. All right. So, but somehow you get hogwashed into saying yes, and you're doing something you really don't want to be doing. You'd rather be doing your own thing instead of farting around with these people. But it's family. It's family. It's child. Remember, right here. Come help me. You're the only one that can help me because you who else would you give a second chance to? Who else would burn you and you'd give them a second chance? A child, somebody, or a family member, someone close to you comes to you for help, and you say yes. They probably schmooze you up. Remember when you did this? Remember when you did that? And everybody sits around and kisses your ass all day, and then you're like full of full of past memories and nostalgia, and so you say yes, but really it's overwhelming you. Not to mention, not to mention. I mean, I don't know the time span we're talking here, but if there's enough time to create those kind of stories, there's probably enough time to create some arthritis, and you may not physically be up to what you've committed yourself to. I think that's fair. Eight of Wands. Oh, here it comes. It's way more than you thought you would have to do. It's just overwhelming. But you've been called. You said you would. You're committed. It's your word. You gave them your word. You feel obligated. To the King of Pentacles. The one with which you have this home and stability. Aw, something you won't see. Well, you feel obligated, and what you won't see is that you could just say no. Quit sulking. If you can't do it, if you can't do what you said you would, but you feel guilty, you feel obligated, but you really, it's overwhelming you. I mean, it really, you got to take care of yourself, and you know what I think they can go do if they can't deal with it, right? Yeah, at the end of the day, if you have to take care of yourself, but you also care about them. This is where your balances come in, and you're like, you're going to do it. I know you're going to do it because this is what makes you happy. Helping them is what makes you happy. This is in your momentous moment of now. You culminated all the moments of you ever realizing anything. Those little moments in your life, those little epiphanies, is that it's all little stuff. It's all little stuff. I think you have a sense of well-being that everything is going to work itself out in the end, and that you don't necessarily need to manage it perhaps the way that you did back here. like I said, a different you, a different, maybe, maybe, maybe it's a different him. I hate to say it. I don't want to raise anybody's hopes up, but this reading is different a little bit. The devil's still there, but you've got faith in God, and everything will be the way it should be. And you've learned a thing or two, right? You're gonna sit back and you're gonna watch him. You've spotted this Joker before, okay? And you'll see him quick. If he's still in dude, you'll see it. You'll know. Ooh, so much cloak and dagger with you, Donna. A lifetime of does anybody know you? Who knows you? Just leave it for me in the comments. My mama knows me. Yeah. All right. 1, 2, 3. Feel good. Be kind. See the beauty in everything. I hate that card. I don't know how it keeps getting back in here. Think from the end. Be infinitely patient. Forgive everyone. And be aware of your immortal self. Maintain an attitude of allowing. I will read that one, and perhaps another one. In an attitude of allowing, all resistance in the form of thoughts of negativity or doubt are replaced with simply knowing that you and your source are one and the same. And that's what I meant about over here when I was talking about God's got your back, and you're going to let God deal with it, and everything will be just fine. And you have released something. You released something. And I'm going to read this one. Be aware of your immortal self. Let go of the idea that you're a body that's destined to die, and instead seek an awareness of your immortal self. Your affirmation is, I am eternal, and that means that I showed up here from the infinitude of spiritual intention to fulfill a destiny that I must act on. And that is Plan XYZ. You have released something. You still watch, but it's like Mutual of Omaha Wild Kingdom, and you view them in the wild. I'm not kidding. And maybe that's the space you need to get right. All right, I'll see you soon.